How's it going, everyone? This is Dave, aka Finance Guy, and we're going to bring you another 72-box EverQuest raid on a local install of EQ Emulator. If you like what you've been seeing so far, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you really want to show your support, check out my Patreon at patreon.com//finance guy. Alright, today we are going to do Gorenaire in the Dreadlands. I am level 60 on all my characters. We have mostly planner gear from Classic, some Trekanon breastplates, and some Veneral Sather leg pieces. Gorenaire is not really going to drop anything to upgrade us, I don't think. She drops mostly with box drops, so not terribly worth doing unless you're trying to chase epic weapons or if you just got, banished from Nagafen and Vox, since I believe at level 52 they banish and you can no longer fight them. Maybe not true on the emulator, by the way. You might still be able to fight them on the emulator, but still worth showing a fight with Gorenaire. So Gorenaire can complete heals similar to Vox. She also has Fear and I believe Frostbreath. We're gonna just bring up her stats super fast and just kind of go over her real quick. Okay, so here's Gorenaire, and she has 32,000 health, so not much different than a boss in Classic. She attacks twice per round, has an attack delay of 1.8 seconds, and can hit for up to 500 damage. She's very resistant to all spells except for fire, so we're going to tell our guys to use fire magic. She is slowable, but given that her magic resistance is 350 and her disease resistance is 320, we're probably not going to land slow or any debuffs for that matter on her. Apparently she's snareable. That's interesting. I don't know if she gates. We're gonna see what happens. I don't think she does, but it looks like she might flee, or maybe she doesn't flee. I'm not really sure what flee and flee percentage is. And she is immune to casting from range, which means she is a belly caster. So we're gonna have to get underneath her to fight her. She uses a number of spells. A lot of these are cleric spells, but the ones to pay attention to are Freezing Breath, which will actually slow our melee significantly. It looks like it has a resist cold negative 150, large AoE radius, and how long does it last for? I'm not seeing the oh, it's like up to 5 minutes. One tick to 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes. So after the fight's over, we're probably gonna have to let it wear off. So this actually makes the fight a little trickier because melee's slow. And we have Dragon Fear, and this is the stronger Dragon Fear than what Nagafen and Vox have. This Sphere has a negative 150 magic resist check, whereas Nagafen and Vox's Fear did not have a resist check. Everything else should be doable. So this fight should not be too challenging, I don't think. Again, I haven't tried her yet, but getting feared all over Dreadlands might be tricky. What does she drop? So she kind of drops a lot of, like I said, as Vox drops. In fact, I don't see anything in here that doesn't look familiar. Yeah, kind of. I believe this is everything that Vox drops. So this might be new. Show the White Dragon is new. I haven't. That's a new loot table. New item on the loot table. I'm pretty sure Vox doesn't drop that, but it looks like everything else is what we're used to seeing. Again, I'm scrolling through this and trying to see there's more things. She can drop quite a bit of stuff. And most importantly, she does drop the dragon scale for at least one of the epics, and then the book for the paladin epic. So we are still kind of buffing now, and I'm just gonna check everyone's mana outside of the bard. So it looks like we still have some mana to med, but I don't think we're gonna need full mana. So I'm just gonna do /NS, and I'm actually gonna do fast fire for the wizards and the mages. I think it's mostly the wizards in my case for my macros, because I want to cast fast. I'm worried about fear, and I don't want them casting for 6 seconds and getting feared in the middle of their cast. So we're gonna do fast fire. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target Gorenaire. It's something you can't do without MacroQuest because you can't target long range. I'm gonna type a MacroQuest command /face. So now I'm facing her. So now I know in the general direction that she is. So this is good. I'm going to turn off my meditation. I might not be fully done with buffs, but we should be good enough. She's going to dispel buffs when she AoEs, so it might not be a point to fully buff everyone, just because at the end of the fight we won't be totally buffed. I do have a lot of buffs on, so I don't know if Jade Boots is going to work on everyone, so that's why I haven't used it. I'm concerned that somebody might have 15 buffs. Yeah, so you have some people are falling behind. I could also just summon everyone to Gorenaire, but just kind of showing you what you might do if you don't have GM command. So there's Gorenaire. You can pull her to this tunnel here where we started. You could also pull her all the way to Karner's, but just in the spirit of things, since I am boxing, why not just bring everyone to her? Just make it a little easier. I just had my melee engage the mob that attacked us. I don't want to waste any spellcaster's mana, so I said assist on / assist on space / only / only pipe character melee, which means only have the melee attack. Looks like we're a little crowded here on the screen. There's another Yeti, so I'm just gonna again only have the melee attack him. Just save some mana. Target Gorenaire again. Gonna face her. Okay, she seems to have moved. And I am a little concerned that if we're on a hill, the casters are gonna have trouble if they get feared. And they probably will get feared, because I'm not in the best resist gear still. So, oh good, she's in a nook. Perfect, that's actually a great place for her. So we're just gonna run up to Gorenaire and let's see what happens. Falling behind, let's let everyone catch up. And I'm gonna see if I can get her with my bow and arrow. I really should pop the fear, and I'm not. I'm just kind of curious what will happen if I don't pop the fear. Send kind of a dummy character to get feared on purpose. We're not doing. Yeah, there goes the fear. So that's a hard to resist fear. So it should only last for 6 seconds, though. Wow, people are really running off. Let's get everyone back here. Everyone come back. Alright, where's Gorenaire? Wow, the pets are like wrecking her. I didn't even engage yet. That's interesting. I do have a lot of pet classes, so we're gonna just debuff, dot, and assist. I'm not even gonna think about it. Let's see if we can just melt her. So, yeah, as you can see, she's not even standing a chance against me. Her AoEs might kill 1 or 2 people, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Yeah, fast nukes seem to work very well on her. Boom, Gorenaire dead. Not a hard fight. Very, very chill, relaxed. Let's get off the corpse. I don't think Bria looted the corpse, but what I did notice is I did get that AoE on us. The melee slow. This is gonna last for 4 minutes. I don't have AAs because I'm not doing AAs in Kunark because that doesn't make sense. You know, AAs came out in Luckland, so I don't have anything like Radiant Cure. I don't have anything that can cure that debuff. So if anything, I can't do anything for 4 minutes unless I want to fight another Gorenaire that I could spawn in, and just fight her with the melee slow. So I got the Dragon Hero Bracer. Has decent resist, so I will use it. Usually I reserve my wrist slots for resist gear, but that's good enough. So I'm just going to do find slot, left wrist only. I'm just going to type in melee. Let's see who has no melee or has a diamond. I'm trying to think of who to give it to. Probably a monk or a beast sword or a rogue. So I'm going to actually give it to Dan since he doesn't have a wrist. We're going to target Dan. We're going to do give item 11584. He will automatically equip that. I am not going to loot the horn. I'm not going to loot the spells. Oh, she dropped 2 Dragon Hero Bracers, so who else can I give it to? Does anyone not have a wrist? What about Dusty? Give it to Dusty. Can Dusty use it? Yes, Beast Swords can use it. So we're going to do Targ, Dusty. Oh, that's his warder. Hold on a second. We got to get closer to him so we don't target his warder. Pet. We go here, and then we give him the item, and they're going to automatically equip it. And that was pretty much Gorenaire. I know it's kind of anticlimactic. She's really easy. A lot of the Kunark bosses outside of Ishen's Peak are basically a pushover. Even with less than 72, you can do it with like 30. I bet you 30 people take on Gorenaire pretty easily. I've had some folks messaging me on Facebook asking about CPU and RAM requirements for this setup. I will say that my CPU has 24 cores. I'm on a solid state drive, and I have 64 gigs of RAM. The 64 gigs of RAM is probably the most important thing you need, and having a CPU with multiple cores is pretty important. SSD probably helps. But otherwise, I have an Alienware, so maybe you should put some of this in my descriptions, YouTube description. You can have an Alienware computer that has 64 gigs RAM. Should be fine to do this. I'm not telling you to spend a few $1,000s to play EverQuest, but if you're going to buy a power PC anyway, that's what you need. So if you liked what you see, again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Let's share the love and show other people cool ways of playing EverQuest that are a little out of the ordinary. If you really like what you see and you want to support me doing more of these videos, please check out my Patreon at patreon.com//finance guy. You have a great day. Talk to you soon.